I'm Liu. I will do the presentation of software design document review. My group is Postgraduate 31 and my student ID is A1681989. For starters, let me introduce our project group. The project manager is Vivek and I'm the documentation manager. Ze is the test manager. Besides, there are some important members in our group, and we're good friends. We tried our best to get good grades. In this presentation, I divide it into two important parts. The first one is the check for organization and completeness. The second one is the check for software design. Because in our MyUni, there is a checklist, and I will do this presentation according to this checklist. In the first part, organization and completeness, the most important thing I will note is that I'm so sorry, unfortunately, we did not finish the system architecture because the system overview and the system architecture are not documented. So there is no evaluation for the system architecture. So because we didn't finish it, so we cannot meet many criteria of this checklist, and there are not many content can be reviewed in this presentation. So the second problem is insufficient explanatory text. Many diagrams accompanied with description, but in the part of the design details, the document is lack of natural language to explain the diagram, including class diagrams, state diagrams, and interaction diagrams. There are just diagrams, and we missed the explanatory text to talk about it. The documentation of design decisions is definitely motivated and intuitive. The second part is software design. In terms of goals and requirements, the relationship to the requirements is clearly motivated. We define the goals and objectives to support the requirements in the scope. It is lack of architectural description part in this document, as I just noticed. All of the software and hardware resources are important and necessary in the end of this document. And this document notice our software resource and hardware resource. We identify the software structure by three diagrams: class diagrams, state diagrams, and interaction diagrams, which show the design details for software structure. In the data design part, it is obvious that the inputs and outputs should cater to the software structure design. There is a logical data model. As the fourth part noticing, we clarify the definitions of attributes and elements in the map file. Because we can't meet many criteria in the checklist, there is no description about relevant architectural views, alternative architecture, requirements, and the demonstration of flexibility of the architecture. Based on the elements defined in the logical data model, we define the structure of database with the ER diagram from Joy submitting, but Joy submitted after the client meeting. What pity it is. And the architecture is not completed in the software design document yet. There is no description about so many things. But the system design baseline can be controlled and managed. Most importantly, our project manager will review the system activities regularly. Uh, Overall, I have to say we perform really bad in this software design document because we miss so many important parts. There are two parts that is unfinished by our members, and we have to be responsible for our mistakes. But I believe we can do better in the last SDD version, and we can correct it. Okay, thank you. That's it. Okay, thank you.